Joining us, the head coach of the Cavalier football team, Dane Damron. Summer camp has concluded as UVA-Wise gets closer to its season opener against Ferrum. Coach, thanks for taking some time to talk with us.
Oh, it's good to get started for football season, Daryl.
Coach, we'll start since the last time we spoke. Preseason all-conference teams came out. You had 5 young men recognized on those teams, and we'll start with your first team guys on the defensive side of the ball. And up front, you have to feel good when your leading tackler from a year ago, Joel Burgess, is back on the defensive line.
Yeah, Joel had a really good year. He's had a really good offseason. And he's a really good young man, very accountable young man, does everything we ask him to do. So, we're counting on him to anchor the defensive line. We're going to be young up front, and Joel's going to provide a lot of senior leadership there.
On the back end, the best way I can describe him, he's a playmaker. Markel Daly, 50 tackles, 5 interceptions, also a preseason first-team all-conference selection.
Yeah, Markel did a great job last year. He's really had a good summer working to get some things taken care of. Been a little quad injury that's kept him from doing a whole lot. He hadn't had a lot of team reps this year, this camp, but we're trying to get him ready for September 1st. We got to get everybody to September 1st, and so he's doing a good job and taking care of his body and getting ready for that.
Talking about injury on the offensive side of the ball, you have a young man on the offensive line, Derek Koppman, returning back from injury. He's a second-team preseason all-conference selection. Touch on Koppman a little bit, and it's a pretty experienced group you have overall on the offensive line.
Yeah, this is the first time since I've been here that we return a lot of experience. And that's been the hardest thing for us here is just to continue to retain and get people to see their junior and senior year, and up front that's what we've seen. Derek is a kid that redshirted as a freshman and has done everything we've asked him to do and turned into a really quality left tackle. Overthinks things sometimes, but he does a good job. And Coach Compton's really done a good job of molding him. We have Ethan Blank back up front too, that can play center guard. Hopefully, Ethan Anderson's shoulder is going to allow him to be ready week 1. It's a kid. I think he got hurt against Mars Hill last year. I don't exactly remember what game it was, but having him healthy will help us a lot because he's a choir director up there on the offensive line, gets us going where we need to go.
In the backfield, Gillespie's back. He really had a breakout game against Carson Newman last year. He earned all conference honors last year and also a preseason second-team guy here coming into the season.
Yeah, we expect him to be really good. I'd love to have a 1,000-yard rusher. We've not had one since I've been here. We're getting better. I think the running back position is a strength for us with Javon. He's the one that's going to get most of the people talking to him. Julian Edwards has got experience, and Caleb Grant got some experience back there. So I think we're pretty good, pretty deep at running back. So we're excited about that.
And then behind center, your quarterback, Lyndon Redwine, preseason second-team all-conference pick. School record last year, 246 completions. An experienced quarterback in your system. Speak to Lyndon and his development and maybe some guys he'll be throwing the ball to this fall.
Yeah, I think Lyndon's done a great job. He's gotten a whole lot better, understands what we're trying to do. He's looked really good thus far in camp. I think our wide receiver group is going to be very talented. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better receiver group than we had last year. Every year names change. Dorian Goddard didn't hardly even get to play last year because he hurt his foot the first day of practice. And so he's back and has had a great camp. And it's going to be some new names. I think we're going to be as talented at wide receiver as we were, just different. We're not going to be able to run, 4 or 5 guys out there that are 6'4" or taller. We're going to be 6'1" to 6'3", a whole lot more. But Tyler Kirkus has had a really good camp. Miles Ward has had a really good camp. Newcomer by the name of Daniel Davis has been very surprising in what he can do. And then Markel Harrison, step for step, as fast as anybody in this league. Jaleel Jefferson has shown some good things. So we're going to be very good at wideout. We're just going to be different.
Coach, entering now your 4th year in the South Atlantic Conference. Now you and I have spoken a lot about the changes from the Mountain East to the South Atlantic Conference. Your team picked 7th in the preseason coaches poll. Hit on that a bit, and your expectations for this club as we get ready to tee it off.
I think we're better. 2019 was definitely an eye-opening experience for us. We realized that we weren't even close to ready to compete in this league. And the COVID year helped us out a little bit. I thought last year we represented ourselves very well. I think our best can beat anybody in this league, but I think our average struggles. So we've just got to get to the point where we play better. It's just about getting better players and playing better. This is far from a top-heavy league. I thought the Mountain East top 2 or 3 teams were as good as anybody in this league, but I just think 1 through 9 in this league, anybody can beat anybody. Barton beats Wingate last year. We beat LR last year. So it's a week-to-week thing in this league, and I think we are closing the gap. Are we ready to compete to win the league? We hope. But I think anybody on our schedule can beat us, just like I think we can beat anybody on our schedule. I know that's coach speak. I get all that. So we're excited. We think we're better. We've got to stay healthy. We're deeper than we've been, but I don't know if we're deep enough. So we got to be smart in what we're doing and make sure we're getting everybody to September 1st. We're really excited to come to Carl Smith Stadium and play on Thursday night. Hopefully we'll have a lot of students there since it is a weeknight game. So we're excited about it.
Coach, for the people who don't know who are watching this, elaborate a little bit on how things have changed in the SAC this year. We went to divisional play, what the process is with that in terms of qualifying potentially for a conference championship game, and how that last game of the season is kind of in flux, and maybe how the standings work as well.
Yeah, it is 2 divisions. I think we're in the Mountain Division or the Appalachian Division. I don't know the name of the division we're in and what the other division's called. We'll have 9 conference games. Our first 3 conference games will be crossover games, and so they count in the overall SAC standings, I guess, if you will. But they don't count towards our division record. And so then we'll get into our 5 division games, which are Mars Hill, Carson Newman, Tusculum, Emory, and Erskine. That's our division. So that's the 5 that really matter. And then that last game of the season, we're scheduled to play Wingate. I would love to play Wingate in the conference championship game, or if we don't qualify for that and Wingate does, they'll give us another opponent. I'm sure one of the crossover teams we didn't play. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's great for our league. It keeps more people eligible, I think, for a conference championship. And I think it's got a chance to be a really good thing. So the first year the conference championship game is going to be on the other side. The other side winner is going to host it. So we hope to be in contention for that. I think we have the ability to do that, and so we'll see. It's exciting times.
I think any camp that you go into, you really want 3 things. You want to keep guys healthy, you want to get them in shape, and you want to educate them both in technique and scheme. How are things going in those 3 regards? You still have a fairly young team, but as you and I have talked, you've got some guys that have played some football in your program and some familiarity now, both on the defensive and offensive side of the ball with your coordinators.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's 3 great points that you made there. We have stayed healthy. We've gotten the kids reps that need to get reps, and we're teaching these young kids what college football is about. We are young. We've got a lot of young kids that have played a lot too. Defensively, we returned a whole lot of kids. We played a lot of kids last year. So we think that we're definitely further ahead than we've been. When Coach White took over last year on the defensive side of the ball, he didn't have a spring ball basically with his kids, and so he had a chance to get that done. So it is. We like where we're at. We have stayed healthy through camp. Just your nagging injuries, some dead legs, which is going to happen. I think our kids are getting in shape. We probably had 30 or 40 here over the summer. So that's a good thing. I think that's the next progression in our program, getting kids to stay here in the summer. We understand kids got to go home and work, and make some money. Some of them have to pay to come to school here. We can't put every kid on a full scholarship. So we're working to take our program to the next step. We've got a lot of generous people that have helped us with some things, and we're just trying to get over the hump, man.
Last question is a question I ask you every year when we do these. If you and I are speaking at the end of November and UVA Wise has had a successful football season, what has went right for your football team?
Oh, I think we've what we want to try to get done, Darryl, is, it's told many times on Sunday we come in here and say, if we would have just, we've got to get to the point where we're still good enough to overcome, dropping a touchdown pass, or blowing a coverage. We've got to limit our defensive mistakes. Last year, I think we averaged probably about 10 critical errors a game. We've got to cut that to 7 because you're not going to play a perfect game. And offensively, we've got to be good enough to overcome, the drop pass, overcome the penalty, that took a touchdown off the board or something like that. And, I think we have a chance to have a very successful year. I don't want to sit here and say having a winning record successful. I just want to make sure that we're in every game to give ourselves a chance to win. If all 11 games we play this year come down, into the fourth quarter, we're putting ourselves in position to win. We got to win those games. So that's where we're striving to get to.
It all starts September 1st at home, 7 p.m. kickoff under the lights against Ferrum. Coach, good luck this season, and we'll catch up again soon.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you, Darryl.